Okay, so we're going to continue with our fantastic roster of events, our amazing guests, because we now have a keynote address on a really fascinating subject, because we're going to hear how AI, I mean, it literally is the headline in every single newspaper article at the moment. This time we're going to hear how AI is reshaping the pharmaceutical landscape from labs to leaders. And joining us for this intriguing and very timely topic is, of course, Dr. Semih Kumluk, who is Head of Artificial Intelligence and Digital for the PwC Academy in the Middle East. Now, Dr. Kumluk spent the last few days actually hosting workshops around Pakistan. Perhaps somebody here might have been to one of them. So he's actually been sort of educating people on the role of AI in pharma. So we're thrilled that he's managed to join us right here on our stage today as well. So welcome to the stage, Dr. Kumluk. Please do come and join us. And just a quick reminder that he will be taking questions at the end. So again, if you want to have a bit of a ponder on those, hopefully we'll have 5 minutes at the end when we can take questions. So thank you very much indeed. Round of applause, please, sir.
Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you very much, Chairman, PPMA, all the sponsors, all the organizing committee, and all of you delegates. It's my first time here in Islamabad. It's a very warm welcome, I must address. I know many people are watching Ertuğrul here. So I'm from Turkey, so hopefully you will have a good prejudice for me, and you will pay attention to me in the next 30 minutes. I asked AI to envision this session, how in a futuristic scenario, maybe the 10th edition, maybe 15th edition of this summit would look like, and it has this kind of a picture. It has an idea about Islamabad, right? I didn't visit the mosque yet, but it has some kind of a good idea here. We are all talking about the vision here. We had a nice dinner with Dr. Kasser 3 months ago about this session. I was delivering AI sessions in the past 3 days now. The interest, the enthusiasm around technology, around AI, around digitalization has been fascinating. So thank you for all that interest. Who heard that Apple might go into the health insurance business? Who is aware of this? Maybe some speculative, maybe correct news. Anyone? One. So why Apple should go into the health insurance business? What's your take? And they have the data, right? So they have a lot of health data. Maybe they know your health better than your doctor, better than your insurance company, obviously. So data is the new oil, data is the new power. But are we using it in action, in the business for our decisions? So that's the key differentiator here. Okay. We can ask to begin with, do we have the data? Yes, we have a lot of data in the industry, coming from the patients, coming from the physicians, your internal processes. We talked about the manufacturing system. They are generating massive amounts of data from the efficiencies as well. So let's put it into a fancy word. We have data-driven decision making. We are just increasing our efforts. There are a lot of businesses just pushing their leaders to make more, better informed decisions by utilizing data. But is it enough? With our limited capabilities, with the massive amounts of data that we collect, one fact was in the previous slide as well. How can we carry it to the next level? How can we start from the top? With, of course, being cautious with the advices of Mr. Dennis. So how can we use AI to make better informed decisions, to use the power of algorithms? This will be my focus in the next 20 minutes. We have massive amounts of data coming from patients, coming from our own systems, coming from the other institutions. How can we use the power of machines, power of AI, power of algorithms as a decision support mechanism? That will be my main point. And you might be in, maybe in the skeptical part when it comes to AI. Many people say it is a hype. There are many people approaching it quite slowly. Obviously, I'm in the optimistic pioneers quadrant, so also my challenge for this session is to push as many people as possible to the top right corner quadrant here. Okay, what's going on in the pharma industry? Just trying to not to move away from the range of the clicker. Okay, one of the biggest challenges. Our team is also efficiency, right? Enhancing efficiency in the sector. One of the biggest challenges is the cost and is the length of the drug discovery process. How many? 800? Anyone? 400? Just auction? 1,000? Going once? 2,000? Even more? Anyone else? So it is right around 800 because she's in the, not because she's Turkish, but she's in the research. So data really pays off. Around 800, over 700 AI companies, AI startups purely focusing on drug discovery. We have the corporations, big companies in the middle, the investors in those companies in the second cycle, and the drug discovery companies purely focusing on AI, using AI here. So hope it helps you move into that optimistic pioneer field. And when we look at those AI companies, most of them are coming from US and next Europe. And around 10% of those companies are in the Asia. And here is your next challenge. How can we make Pakistan appear in that leaderboard of the AI startups in the field? There's an interesting quote. There are 3 very dangerous addictions in the world. One is heroin, of course. One is sugar, which obviously is something in Pakistan, diabetes, and the third one is celery addiction. So how can we also boost that startup ecosystem here in the AI drug discovery field? We already had started to make conversations with the Dow University vice president during the break. So I can see the actions are just, the reflections are already here. They are all happening as we speak. Okay, I'm just out of the range. So this might be one of my recommendations, takeaways. Those who attended my workshops on Monday and yesterday got a little bit technical about machine learning, the training process, learning from data. So these big companies, top companies you see, are partnering or are acquiring some specialist solutions here. Why? Because you need to develop a narrow solution when it comes to AI. ChatGPT is more of a hype, I admit. I agree with that. But there is a huge opportunity when it comes to machine learning, okay? If you can make the machine, that system, learn from your data, then you can actually use them in specific pain points, specific challenges that you may be facing. That is the right path, that's the recommended path when it comes to utilizing AI in your operations. Oh, sorry, I moved too fast. Yeah, and this is giving the better idea along the drug life cycle, and for different use cases, we see the companies are specializing in specific areas. So this is the reflection. Mr. Dennis highlighted this one and his advice as well, like don't just jump into solving everything with AI or applying AI without knowing the underlying data, without interpreting data. This is just giving us this idea. These AI companies are specializing in some niche areas, as you can see. They know their field very, very well. On top, they are using AI. They are solving a particular problem from the industry by using algorithms and artificial intelligence. And it is happening. Almost 800 companies. And happening in China already. Just some examples. Mainly driven by those small labs, small companies. Drugs have been developed. So if Dr. Mahmoud would allow me, I would add the next generation after chemistry, biology, by combining AI with that process. Those approaches might be the emerging field in that particular area. If you read my bio, I initially studied chemical engineering, so I can relate to all this very well. I am not a pure IT guy. I am not coming from computer background, just trying to walk the talk here, just what we focus on. And to make your lives even easier, big tech companies are moving into the field as well. I just told the story of Apple, but it's not the only player or only the prospect when it comes to using tech in health. Microsoft's cloud platform is as a specific solution or solution landscape dedicated to healthcare, because they have big expertise managing big data. They have expertise in the cognitive solutions, and they also started applying those in healthcare as well. So that might be another path in addition to those partnerships with startups, etc. Last time when I was in Karachi, we did a session on in the National Space and Technology Center as well, next to the airport. So also we can push these in the industry as well. And these are some examples of companies, pharma companies using Microsoft as a solution. Johnson & Johnson using it for internal efficiencies, enabling employees access to data in a much shorter times, in a like a internal ChatGPT that they have. They are using Microsoft Cloud to access and analyze this data. Another company, Cry, are utilizing it, and they claim they achieved 20% improvement in productivity against similar chat capabilities. So as I was saying, it is already happening. It is not a far distance. Dr. Kasser highlighted, tomorrow is already today. It is happening. And with the availability, I call it democratization of these tools of technology. You don't have to start from scratch. You don't have to start from raw data, then move into improving your data analytics capabilities. You can benchmark with these top examples directly. Another one, these are the examples of those in my earlier slide, but IBM Watson is also one of the early cognitive platforms. They have quite, they started in 2000, before 2010, and also they have specialized solutions for healthcare, pharma as well. Which company is this? Which company is this? Google, yeah, the colors just are obvious, right? They also have a healthcare solution just for your reference, and also for the attendance of my workshop, the machine learning training and the predicting processes. They are helping with deferral to clinical process as well. Another fascinating result from their solutions. It just occurred to me when I was preparing for this one. Almost all the lab test results are digital data, right? You do blood test or any other kind of test, it is in a computer-generated report, yet they're all read by, analyzed by human beings. I didn't see, before this, I didn't see an actual example of that data analyzed, read by computers. Because it's available, they're all digital data, not handwriting or anything, but when especially severe situations, it only puts an asterisk, makes it bold, but it doesn't create some kind of alerts, etc. So how can we utilize? We have the data ready. We can embed very simple AI solutions just to reap that data available. So we don't have to directly start from the most advanced solutions. Predictive maintenance in manufacturing is very mature at the moment, so we can start with that one. Using it for logistics optimization, it's again mature at the moment. We can start with those. Then we can walk our way into more drug discovery, more sensitive data, patient data, molecular data, etc. That is possible. And if you have enough data, and by using these powerful algorithms, you can detect many, many diseases, or at least the early indicators from various data types. And this is another example by Google already. They are able to detect many different diseases just by the cough, the voice, the cough is analyzed by their AI model. And these are the companies already partnering with Google already. Of course, subject to regulations, leaving data outside the country, uploading cloud. I'm aware of those restrictions, but we can start exploring immediately. That's my message here. It is happening right now. Who was aware that there was a platform called Pharma.ai? Did anyone check this website, know this website? Only Mr. Dennis, also Ms. Pınar as well? Okay. So your next assignment is to go on that website. So this is of course, this is a proprietary platform. If you know, in Clinico, one of the early examples of using AI in drug discovery. So they are just grouping their solutions, AI-driven solutions, on the website pharma.ai. I will give deep examples of some of their solutions as well. They are using the Copilot, the GPT names as well. They also go for the hype around it, but definitely they are already achieving some results. And some other examples of big global pharma companies going through partnerships and some acquisitions examples. So just from a benchmarking perspective, big pharma companies globally, they are not trying to build all the solutions in-house. Again, it makes us think, how can we create a cluster of health tech, pharma tech, in coordination? We bring them to the PPMA, like PPMA tech kind of an hub, and just nurture the development of AI-driven solutions in the industry with those startups. Because we all know the flexibility of the startups. They start with the tech, rather than just being driven by the industry, operating industry for many, many years now. So that's also another message, how we can utilize this in pharma industry in the Pakistan. And these are some Asian examples. The companies on the blue right and left are Asian AI companies. In silico is here as well. They are working with those, again, big pharma companies globally. So there was a question about competing with India, China, here in the region. Again, that's another challenge that we can take upon. So 3 examples of those companies in silico. These are their specific platforms or solutions from that Pharma.ai, Pandomics, Chemistry 42 in Clinico. From start to first in human, how many months? 27, just over 2 years. Remember my first slide? It was 10 years, right? So as an actual example, they say from start to first human is just over 2 years. Sorry, I moved to the wrong direction. Cyclica, they have a very nice platform. They are using neural networks, if you are familiar with the term, for matching the molecules with the, to predict the protein interactions. And also they are using another machine learning technique we call unsupervised learning to find the similar molecules, to find the similarities between the molecules, between the current drugs, current tests available as well. Another stand-time AI platform is first-in-class compounds they generate within 7 months by using here. Of course, we are not removing human from all these processes. That's obvious. Like, we put AI solutions on top of our expertise in the industry. That's given, that's there. But we are running all these calculations, all the combinations, which is not easy for us to consider. And we are getting the suggestions, possible suggestions from those algorithmic calculations rather than going through the manual way. That is the power of using AI here. Okay, what is the message to the leaders of your, as leaders of your organizations? You don't have to switch careers. You don't have to become a tech company. You don't have to invest a lot in technology to reap the benefits of AI. You just add AI. You can just push your teams to add AI into their operations, into the way they are doing their jobs. And we have seen this trend in the past 10 years. First, it started with smartphones. After smartphones, everything became smart, right? We have smart homes, smart offices. Then we had the digitalization. We have digital in everywhere. So the next wave, without moving our field, without trying to become an AI expert, is how do we add AI to what we are already doing? And the bottom line, AI is expected to generate $16 trillion economic value by 2030 through quality, through productivity, through time saving. So when we start early, we get more of this pie of $16 trillion. Just to give you an idea, again, to the competition question, it is equal to China and India combined. Just one technology, with a broad technology only with AI. So I'm hoping that I was able to push more people to the optimistic pioneers corner. So as I tried to focus all on the examples. I didn't use any slide I have been using in the past 2 days. But it is actually happening right now, so we need to start right. Thank you very much for your attention, for your participation.